What is up, you guys? Happy Friday. We are back for another edition of the Horns Forward podcast featuring yours truly, the Mariachi Brahma, and also apparently the Mariachi Brahma, the female edition down there because she stole my name. And then over here to this side,
the loudmouth of the South, baby. What's up? Let's go.
Having technical difficulties today.
So, apparently because Miss Brahmasita is going to be on a cruise, she thinks she can just steal my name, but it is what it is, I guess.
Oh my
What are you
god!
gonna do?
What can you do? I mean, I guess you could kick her. That works.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna steal my name? Out.
Go get.
So
yeah, she's probably having internet connections and everything. Go figure. She's on a boat, so.
Doesn't even let me. Choose.
We were supposed to.
That's all right. I mean, you can use my name this
have
week. It's all good.
DC Lemon guy tonight.
I'm
not sure what's going on.
Footage of the sword attack where I...
All right. So there's a lot going on this week. Obviously, it's the first week of NFL football. There's a couple guys that are on practice squads that I have a feeling at some point during the season we'll see some action, especially from our guys, Matt Gotel, Parker Romo, Luke Barku. They are all on practice squads right now across the league. Just keep on putting in the work, fellas. Just know that we're cheering for you guys here from San Antonio. Jay, you got something?
Yeah, you know who won't be seeing any NFL action this weekend?
Kyle Slaughter. Oh, no,
Benkert, baby.
No, he's gonna. Yeah, he will be on Madden in Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah.
While he's enjoying his Mai Tai and relaxing and making more money doing that and getting less hurt.
No, you know who definitely won't be seeing action is going to be backup quarterback Kevin Anderson from the Renegades. He will not see
Very
any
true.
action.
Very true.
I'll probably get more football action than him this weekend. Because I don't like him.
Well,
already taking shots.
So that's perfectly fine. Now, Jorge, being that we have a lot going on, and there was an interesting poll that was on Facebook. I don't know if you guys saw that on the San Antonio Brahmas page.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Oh.
Okay.
The rivalry?
Yes, and I want to try and include our fan base so we can get some feedback from everybody. I already know what your answer is going to be, but I want to leave it open for you to talk about it. Who do you think our biggest rival should be, and why?
I mean, everyone knows my answer, so I'm not even going to bother with that.
I feel like
but why?
Like a division, like in our division, and then outside of our division. We should have two.
Mm-hmm.
Two solid.
I don't even care about people outside of our division.
Okay. So then Jorge and I will need to team up and join forces. He can hate our division rivals, the Arlington Rent-A-Cops, or whatever you want to call them. And then we can use my love/hate relationship for the St. Louis Battle Chickens to be our out-of-division rivals. Because let's face it, guys, San Antonio has some of the best fans in the league that we've already seen. Maybe we don't have the numbers, but we come out in force. And our fans show up, and they stay pretty much till the bitter end of the game. And I've seen St. Louis fans walking out of games with a lead and with a loss. Like, they just leave third quarter. Time to take off.
We saw them leave during the San Antonio game. And then they're like, wait, we won?
Yeah.
That's what you get.
So, our fans, pound for pound, hit just as heavy, if not harder, than their fans do. And so that's my rival, okay? We called them out from day one. As soon as we found out that we had a team, we told them that we were going to be the better fan base than them. And I truly feel that we've accomplished that,
100%. But you know what? This is my mistake. Maybe I understand we're not in our usual spots except for I am. But we got to start off the show right. I mean, come on. I'm down.
Well,
this is my second to last one.
Let's hear it.
Already?
There we go. They don't make them anymore. The fact that it's now mid-September and I still have them just shows you how many I bought.
Well, yeah, when we were there, I asked, I was like, is there any, or did Jorge buy them all up? And yeah, no, there's no more.
No, they're not making any more until it gets closer to the season again, from my sources at Alamo. They're still making the golden ale. That will still be there. It just will not be in this beautiful bull can right here. Yes, thank you to our friends at Alamo Beer.
Yes.
Also, thank you again last week for them allowing us so graciously to use their conference room to go live from the Alamo Beer studios, as I'm calling it now. So that way we can also partake in some karaoke and hang out with some of our friends from Houston, the Predator couple. Notice I said friends because they're not rivals, they're friends. I can't say the same about anybody from Arlington, but I can say that about, our homies from Houston because they're homies.
Yes, the Predator couple was a lot of fun to hang out with, and they got to try 9 inches. And they devoured it.
I bet they
They
did.
did not leave one little piece left in the box. So they were happy with the 9 inches that they got.
I told you. I'm always hyping it up, and y'all are always like, save it for the after show. I'm like, nah, this stuff needs to be out there.
I was no, they didn't have no corn dogs, and that's what I was
you
really
wanted the girth.
I needed the girth corn dog.
So to answer the question from Mr. Basement Dweller, where is our guest? That's a great question. We don't know either. He will.
Yeah, he's like
he will,
on, but he's not on.
Yeah. So, Mr. Lemon Guy, if you can hear us, as soon as you are ready to go, then
pop up.
We'll let you in. Let's pop. Let's. All right. You know what? Let's try to let him in. Let's try to let him in.
Let's
See what he
is. He here?
Yeah, he's all ready.
Mr. Lemon Guy, can you hear us?
Mr. Lemon Guy. I messaged him too. And
Paging Mr. Lemon Guy, Mr. DC Lemon Guy.
I mean, he was.
He's probably squeezing some lemon. He's squeezing some lemons.
Ugh.
It's all good.
I don't like where that's going.
I said we'll come back to him when he's ready.
Yeah.
Today's one of those guys. We're all kind of discombobulated today because half of us have been traveling today. So I had to run from a restaurant. I'm in Galveston. I had to run through the beach to get back to my hotel in time. So everyone else is having fun at Pleasure Pier. Not Jackie.
Whoa, what kind of pier is that?
The pleasure kind. I've never been.
Is that?
Does it involve 9 inches?
So they actually have like.
Is this after show talk?
Pleasure you're talking about. This has like, I mean, they have like this thing that's like straight up and down. I mean, they have rides.
Yeah, this thing that's straight up and down.
One of those things. I don't know. They have rides and games, and Bubba Gump Shrimp is there. But yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Nice.
Night. Listen, because after this, I'm literally gonna go across the street on the beach and hang out.
Just don't get in the water. Warning.
Oh look.
Yep.
There he is. Now we got him. There we
Okay,
go.
there we go. I was in the lobby. I was in on the cast, but nobody could hear me.
Nice.
Hello.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank
welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We love
Glad
you
to-
guys in DC.
Thank you. We just love to have fun. Like, we are just so happy the XFL is back. And like
There's actual football in DC,
Yes.
not in Landover.
yeah. I mean, honestly,
Right.
I'm a Baltimore fan myself, so I mean, I'm not really concerned with the other
Fair
team
enough.
that plays in Maryland, but I'm happy there's football in DC.
Yes. I agree.
Nice. So, Mr. Lemon Guy, we know a little bit about the controversy and everything with the Lemon Gate. But I have to ask, talk to us about the inspiration for your costume. Where did all of this come from? How did this come about?
So a lot of this is from Amazon, but Amazon,
Nice.
Etsy, and a bunch of other stuff. But no, it's like after the first game, where we made it rain lemons onto the field. We just kind of embraced it as a fan base. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll go there. Started with like a lemon, like Hawaiian shirt, got some lemon shorts, then eventually added the shoes. And actually, the shoulder pads are actually from the Penn State blue and white game equipment sale. So we were up there with my
Nice.
wife because she's an alumni from there, and they had this equipment sale, and I saw these. I was like, I got to do something with this, like dressed up for games.
Nice.
Bunch of super glue and Velcro and whatnot, and then I got this shield off Etsy, and just threw it all together.
There you go. I love it. I hope security loves it too.
Yeah,
I
no, we're cool. I'm
Okay.
cool with security. I told them, like, hey, all this stays on here. I worked too hard on this to take it apart.
Yeah, because I know a lot of
Very
people,
nice.
They've had their run-ins with security in their respective stadiums because of how they were dressed, and I hope that does not happen to you. But it sounds like Audi Field security is pretty chill.
They're chill now. At the first couple games, they were pretty strict. And we were like, guys, we're just here to we're not causing trouble. We're just here to have fun and drink. It's like, we're going to build the beer snake. There might be a few lemons thrown on the field. I have not thrown a lemon, but,
I don't know. I think during championship, you were in the section next to me, and I saw lemons flying. So
I did not have a lemon. The security checked me thoroughly for lemons when I came in.
Of course they did.
Like,
Of course
full,
they did.
spin, turn out my pockets.
Nice.
oh my gosh, I mean, how do they get them in there
Well-
if they're checking you so thoroughly?
I actually
Well,
saw
check me
people
through.
hide. I saw people hide them.
Oh, like
Those that could.
Yeah. That was not one of the, if you're
Yes.
dressed like me, they're going to check you thoroughly.
But I legit saw people in the parking lot by my truck doing this number right here, with like 4 lemons on each side. So I'm like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
touche.
Yeah.
I'm going for you guys anyways.
Yep.
That was
And they don't set
Well,
off a security alarm or
They
metal
don't.
detector.
no metal.
Nope, not a bit.
not at all.
So I do have to say, amongst all the super fans and everything, I'm so thankful that you guys brought the lemon tradition to the championship game in San Antonio, because not everybody's going to be able to travel to DC to see this thing in its natural element. But for you guys to do that here in that championship game was just awesome. I know I was in 134 on the visitor side, and it was just awesome to see this whole barrage of lemons coming from that side just onto the field. And, play had to stop so they could clean up lemons. And then when they cleaned up some of them, then a bunch more came over. And I was like, oh, this is what I want to see, man. This is it.
Yeah, it's just good fun. It's like, we're not hurting anybody.
Oh,
It's just good, clean fun.
Now,
No.
will the lemon guy be traveling to any away games this upcoming season?
Probably not the away games, but just because of like my schedule's kind of crazy with work, but definitely the championship game. Like, I'm in, like, all the other super fans from DC. We've just had this long text line going, and just everybody were like, we're going next year. We're going every year, right? We're like, yeah, we have to at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
Oh
there
yeah.
has to be representatives from every team there
Oh, yeah.
at every championship game, except for
Yep.
Arlington. We can do without them.
Yeah.
But
Wow. Here we go.
they don't add anything to the fun, right? I'd rather take 10 regular DC fans over any. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to get off
Yeah.
that soapbox. But now,
What about 10 Vegas fans? But could you find 10 Vegas fans?
They-
that
don't have a
right
home.
there is the question.
We don't have a home anymore. So.
But now, of the teams that did not play in DC that you guys played, I mean, obviously you played every team, but who would you like to see come to Audi Field next year? I mean, you don't have to say the problems just because we're on the show
Yeah,
or whatever. But what team would you like to see come to the to Audi Field with their
Us.
fans?
So it's like, hate to say it, but Battlehawks, just because they have, the NFL team left there, so they just have a lot of fans hurting for football, and they'll show up and we'll beat them too. So
Good. Yeah.
because we don't know what a
Let's
home
go.
loss is yet. So yeah, so we don't want to take you guys there and beat you at home. No. We like you guys. You're gonna take the Battlehawks and take them down.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Okay.
With that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, personally, I am one that I hope that we get a chance to go to DC because we didn't get a chance. Y'all came to San Antonio last year, but I've been to DC before. Love DC. I would love to go to Audi Field in full mariachi attire and just like part. I want to add to the beer snake first of all.
Yeah, we welcome all who feed the snake.
And then
everybody's welcome.
I want to go to the Air and Space Museum afterwards and fly in the flight simulator that I flew in 10 years ago and have so much fun doing it, dressed as a mariachi. That's it.
Do it. I'm all for that. And yeah, it's like you guys come down. We got there's the way the kind of like surrounding area set up, tons of bars, tons of things to do around the stadium. So yeah, come on down. We'll all party.
Yeah. And even if we don't, I don't know. Maybe if funds allow, I may just go to a DC game just to go because I honestly, you guys, I love you guys.
It is such an atmosphere at that field. Like we were I went to the games in 2020, the COVID canceled season, and I had tickets to the next game that got canceled, and once they brought it back, all the fans that were there before were like, all right. 2022, we're coming in full force. Beer Snake's back, everything's back, and just I don't know, just the crowd was just super into it, helped the team play, and then just just fed off each other. It was great.
And see, I love that optimism because that is something that San Antonio we struggled with a little bit because of the scars that the AAF left.
Oh yeah.
With the original Commanders, the real Commanders, there's still a lot of love for them, but also a lot of just we've been burned a lot of times. And so a lot of people were real skeptical of the Brahmas. And so I do think that we're going to see an increase in attendance this year. That now that there's a season 2, the first ever season 2 of the XFL.
That's what I was happy about. It's it's there's rivalries and all this stuff. I'm just happy it happened.
Yeah.
And we survived one day after the championship game. I'm over the moon. I'm just happy for spring football.
Likewise.
Well,
I'm just happy to have football.
Yeah, and that's something that we can definitely talk about as San Antonio fans, that every iteration of professional football that we've had in our city has never survived a full season, let alone having a full season. You know what I mean? We've never had that optimism of what is season 2 going to hold. So for us, this is absolutely tremendous momentum. You guys having had that 22 season, 2020 season, having other professional teams, things like that around you. The closest professional team that we have to us is really going to be East Coast, West Coast or something, because the Cowboys are always going to cowboy. No offense, Jackie, love you. The Houston Texans are not
The
a
Texans.
professional. That's like, they're the Texans.
Yeah, they're
So, right. So for us to have something in our own backyard and now to be in a season 2, like we're already talking about what we're going to be doing, what the super fans here are going to be doing and everything, it just sends us over the moon. So, you guys can definitely relate to that, having something of your own that is not the Washington, whatever they are going to be this week. So that's just, for me, again, that's just incredible that we have that we can, have these friendly conversations, and you're inviting us over to drink with you guys and throw lemons on the field and be, wild and crazy and just have a good old time. Like, I'm so over the moon excited about that, to kind of go along with that enthusiasm that you're talking about. Now that we finished the season 1, now we've got season 2. So I want to ask you this. Speaking of enthusiasm, you've been to all the home games. You came to the championship game. You had a lot of fun traveling and supporting your team. What was your favorite moment of this season as a DC fan?
DC. Oh man, there's a lot of them. I actually want to say the tailgate before the championship game.
Awesome.
We were at Smoke. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Like, I think, let's see, championship game was at 7. We showed up there at 1. And just started drinking, partying, having a grand old time. Built a beer snake. They had like a singer come do like a little show for us. It was great. So like, just just being around all the the DC fans that traveled with us, like, it was just energetic, fun, and unfortunately the championship game didn't go our way, but just we got all the partying done before the game.
It was still a good
Fair
time.
enough. Yeah.
Now, I will say, if next season the championship game, obviously no one knows where it's going to be. If it happens to be in San Antonio again, I'm just going to throw it out there. You guys are more than welcome to join us in Lap B. It's free. It'll be free. And you can ask most of the people that were there. There was a lot to drink. So, but it was free.
Yeah,
it was like,
yeah, it's like, I think we had planned to go to the tailgate, but I think just so many more people just showed up. We were, by the time we were like, okay, let's head over to the stadium. It's like, oh, it's like 6 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I mean, we also like having our local businesses there around the Alamo Dome be supported. So we appreciate you guys helping out Smoke, and they're a partner of the Brahmas.
Oh,
so
they were great. Like, such good folks. And actually, like, we walked the beer snake over from Smoke to the stadium, and they said, okay, you can break. They said, like, okay, bring it to the like loading bay or something. We did not know the loading bay is not like right at one of the doors.
No, it's on the opposite side.
The entire stadium, and then walked up to one of the entrances. We're like, let us in, let the snake. When they finally directed, I was like, oh no, it's down these steps behind the stadium. But we got there.
They were testing you guys to see if you guys were really that dedicated, and you're like, you guys are talking to XFL fans.
Oh, we just kept circling until somebody flagged us down.
Nice.
So, are there any plans like next season to zhuzh up more on your costume, or have any plans?
Yeah. So like every game I try and like change it up a little bit. Like, I added the face paint for the championship game, but I actually am working with somebody to get a 3D like 1940 style NFL helmet printed.
Nice.
And I'll get that decked out in DC colors. So waiting on that.
Go.
Hopefully when I get it, it fits. So yeah, working on that for next season. But,
are you thinking the shield with the lightning bolts that you got in your chest, or the D with the little star that they are using now?
Haven't decided yet. So like I'll have one of the logos like across the forehead, but we'll see. But no, this all is staying intact.
Yeah, I mean, I personally dig the shield with the lightning bolts. Like, that's my preference.
We like it, but the D and the new DC logo, it's growing on us.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
We still like the old logo too.
No, it ain't bad.
Yeah.
Not like Arlington's. Theirs is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's South Oklahoma.
I mean, it's a D that's got like a no sign running through it, so that shows you enough what
You
they
think-
think of themselves.
Yeah.
Well-
Trying to copy us and then slash.
No. It didn't start out with the no sign slash through it until the championship game, anyways.
Yeah, so many people
Oh, yeah.
are telling us that you've been taking bites out of Lemon's hole. So,
Oh, yeah.
tell us about that.
So at the so at Smoke, they had news broadcasters came, and they were like, okay, everybody, we're gonna get riled up and stuff, and the guy just handed me a lemon on live TV. He was like, oh, I dare you to take a bite of this. Like, I'll just say, this is plastic. I'm not biting this one. But he said, he's like, oh, I dare you to take a bite of this lemon. I'm 7 drinks in by now. I'm like, okay, big old bite. It was sour, but maybe it'll be a thing. Maybe it'll be a thing next season. We'll see.
a bite for every touchdown. How about that?
Be good. I need a beer for every touchdown too.
That too.
That's my goal. Is like I can drink for free at games. That's my goal.
It's like, oh, here comes Lemon Guy. Fill him up.
Yeah.
That too is my goal for next season. Is that I can just walk up and be like, hey, here he comes. Give him one of these. I'm like, all right, thank you. It's like that How I Met Your Mother at the very end where they're like, I forgot that guy's name. They're like, hey, let me get the drink. And as soon as it's like down to here, he just comes and fills it back up. I'm like, yep,
Oh, nice.
that's exactly what I need.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
I see one of our fans said not to forget about the Lemon backstory. This was a couple of minutes
Oh,
ago.
that's probably my brother. That's my brother.
Okay.
He was available
Yeah.
at the game.
Okay.
Well, 11 backstory is
Okay,
all right.
yeah.
So first game, starting, fans are riled up. All right, we're gonna build the beer snake again. And they get about a quarter of the way up, and then Audi security just starts taking the cups away. And they start building it back up, taking the cups away again. Fans, we're starting to get a little mad. And so at the games, they were selling these pre-made cocktails that had half lemons in them. And so just after about the second or third time of them taking the cups away, you just see the first lemon go on the field, and then another, and then 30, 40 lemons on the field. And I think by the end of the game, the security figured out, hey, let's just let them have this, let the beer snake live, and then everybody behaved themselves.
Yeah,
And,
and
Nice.
I like that the league got behind it, even made y'all your own shirt about feeding the snake.
Oh yeah,
That is
Yeah,
awesome. I mean,
I have my sign right here.
yeah.
Actually, I think it was like the third or fourth game. Somebody posted a picture of me holding the sign up, and The Rock retweeted me. And I was, I had
Nice.
high school friends, saying like, "Hey, like The Rock retweeted." I'm like, "What?" So I get online. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's like a billion notifications now." But that was fun. Like the
Nice.
fans got behind it. Got some chants going every game. But now it's just an energetic crowd. Everybody gets behind it.
Yeah.
They still sell the lemon drink after that happened?
They did, but there were no lemon wedges in them anymore. So no garnish.
I wonder why.
Bring your own lemons from now on.
I know one of the games that the players were actually like brought a couple bags of lemons, just tossed them in the crowd. So they supplied us.
Oh, yeah. Because that's not throwing fuel on the fire or anything, right?
It's like that's to us that's like okay, cool. They they like it, so we're not malicious about it. They have fun, we have fun.
Nice.
Now that NFL, I mean, we're what? It's already started yesterday.
Yeah,
the Lions won. But obviously, we had a couple important players from the Defenders that got cut. One of them being Jordan Ta'amu. Are you hoping to see him back with the Defenders next season, or would you rather have someone new under center?
We would love to have him back. Like he did a phenomenal job, and even like our backup, King, like just great quarterback duo. Just would love to have him back because like he did. I forget what his stats were, but he was like one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He did great. But
Yeah.
if he gets signed to an NFL team, more power to him. Like I love seeing all these players get signed to NFL teams because that's basically what the XFL is for, to get them to that next level.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think a lot of players are obviously on the practice squad from the XFL right now. I don't know how many other. I mean, I know that the you guys' punter is with the
Yeah, Dan
Packers.
Whalen.
Yeah, he's with the Packers, which much love
Thank
from
you.
a Packers fan. Thank you for that.
Thank
'cause
you.
We've
Thank you.
had historically terrible punters in the Packers. But
I hope he doesn't get too much action this season.
yeah,
We'll see what
that
happens.
too. That too.
Like, but if it gets 4th down, he'll boom it for you.
Nice.
But I was happy to see that he did make the 53-man roster. Obviously, most of the guys that went into the NFL did make practice squad at the very least, which is still a huge step in the right direction. Yeah, that's a big paycheck. Yep. I wish them all the best. Obviously, I have a feeling that 90% of these guys are one injury away from being called up and being told, "Hey, you're suiting up Sunday, so get ready." So
17 game season now. So
yeah, I mean,
those late season injuries happen.
Yeah, I mean, come November, December, teams are hurting, and knowing that you had a guy that was in the XFL, that's he's been practicing, he's been playing, he played a full season, he's been practicing all year, he's ready to go. I think that's going to be a big. I think teams are really going to see the difference at the end of the season when they're hurting for injuries and they realize, oh wait, our practice squad guys are pretty dang good. Like they're ready to go.
Yep.
It's not just like, oh, these guys have just been going through the motions. No, this is like, I think this changed the game at least for this first season for the practice squad. It definitely changed the game for the NFL by giving them more options, especially later in the season.
It's good. And I think even, don't watch too much preseason, but I think the preseason games were even a little better this year because you got guys, you already played a full season and now, preseason making that squad.
Now, with that being said, talking about preseason, I know this has been the case for me, for a lot of other fans also that we've spoken with, but has the XFL kind of changed, not necessarily changed your allegiance to your NFL team, but has it made you pay attention to teams that you would have otherwise never paid attention to?
A little bit. Like I know we had, I think it was 4 or 5 defenders were at least trying out for the Vikings. So, it's good to, get some more eyes on them. Paid attention to them a little bit more in the preseason. But, yeah. Hey, man, I'm a Ravens fan, so, his rivalries don't. It's like, you guys are on the other side. He's don't fit me. I mean, we got, I was a University of Maryland guy. The Steelers have some University of Maryland guys. So, I got to give some love to them.
Yeah. You do. Just like, Jorge and I are diehard Packers fans. His loyalty to Parker Romo went a little bit deeper than mine. He went and bought, the jersey that Mr. Romo had out in the store. And then Detroit, being Detroit, let him go, which is a mistake on their part. But it's okay. It's okay. He'll definitely land well. And
he went to the
Jorge's got it. And that sucks too. I get it. And trust me, I mean, I hate the Bears just as much as everybody else. But at least you've got a new chamois to wash your truck with. And when they do release the Romo jersey, you can go and buy that one. I won't. I mean, my hatred runs extremely deep for the Bears, But I'm a little bit older too, and I remember some of those really brutal games back in the '80s, and that stupid '85 Bears Super Bowl shuffle and all that nonsense. I cannot stand the Bears. So, but I still am going to root for Mr. Romo, and I hope that he has a great, successful career there and makes all that money. And if they rely on him to win a game, he's going to win the game for them.
Now,
So
is there a DC player for you that, he's not on the Ravens, but you're kind of keeping your eye on, and like you kind of got that close connection with him?
It's definitely like Lucky Jackson. Like I
Okay.
really hope he can break out on an NFL team because just watching him
Okay.
in DC last season was just a phenomenal player.
okay.
I agree. Yeah, Lucky Jackson was definitely one of the ones that he was a breakout star last year. So, is he on a team? Do you know? I forget.
I think he might have been signed to the Vikings practice squad. I don't know if he either got signed to the practice squad or just recently got cut, but I hope some team picks him up because just super speedy, good hands, just overall good player.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like right here. I feel like it was the DC Vikings there for a little bit. I
Yeah.
mean,
It
they seem to like
kinda was.
really take
Yeah.
a like. They took a liking to y'all's team, and they're like, "We want DC," and then they cut everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
just
and then they
like,
cut it.
Yeah, but that's how preseason goes, though. Get down to the 53.
Yep.
no. Well, that's why we got
So-
this. That's why this number is important right
Yep.
here.
Yep. So let me ask you this. Jorge asked you earlier about, like Tamu coming back and some of the others coming back and things like that. Knowing that there's still a lot of unanswered questions as far as who's going to wind up on a roster and the draft that's going to be coming up for the XFL and things like that. What do you expect to see from DC? Do you expect to see the same type of team that you saw this last season, or do you see them maybe changing strategy a little bit and maybe getting a little bit stronger on the run, or like what are your expectations for the team this next season?
So I definitely think they're going to try and air it out a little bit because last season we were very run heavy. So I think, definitely add a couple more receivers, but, just Coach Barlow is phenomenal. Like, he's got those guys.
Yes.
He just motivates his players. So, whoever we get, they're going to play well.
I
Very
gotta
cool.
say personally, out next to Hines Ward, obviously because Hines Ward is our guy. Reggie Barlow is probably the one of the coaches that I respect most in the XFL. I mean, he is him and I forget what y'all's defensive coordinator was, but I remember when you guys played Seattle in the
Greg Roman.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys
Roman, no, it was Greg Williams.
yeah, there you go.
I'm thinking Ravens.
When you guys played Seattle in the conference championship, he was just blunt. And he was like, "We're gonna be aggressive. We're bringing it to them." And I was like, "I like this guy." That's the kind of energy you need in a defensive coordinator. Is like you need some nasty. He brought the nasty.
It was, also great seeing, former commander DJ Swearinger. Oh my gosh, when he signed with the team, like the crowd, like as soon as he came into the game, just you couldn't hear anything because the crowd was just screaming. It was great.
Yeah. So
Very nice. Very nice.
I sense a bright future for DC. That's it's good.
Yeah, like as long as they still have a team and games, we'll keep coming. We love, it's been a while since DC's been excited about football. And, it's just, hungry fan base. So, and now that we have, really good team, fun things to do, we're going to show out. Hopefully sell out every game next year.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Now, speaking of hungry fan bases, obviously we all know Las Vegas doesn't have a home. So no one knows. We know they're not going to be in Cashman Field, and it's not necessarily saying they're not going to be in Las Vegas, but there's a lot of speculations out there. You personally, where would you like to see the Vipers end up?
Vipers. I'm trying to think, it's like trying to think of cities that, just recently lost NFL teams, like there's maybe San Diego, Nashville, just teams that they might not have a pro team with them, they might not have a pro team or like a really good college team, just any kind of town like that. I don't really have anywhere specific, but I do feel bad for them because I mean it was like a rundown rodeo place or something where they played their games last year, and
Cashman Field, yeah.
like it was not great. So.
I went to Cashman Field. It was weird. I mean, it was really cool in the sense that you were right there with the action. And not to knock on the Vegas fan base, but there was no fan base. I mean, I saw more people wearing stuff from Real Salt Lake from that were visiting from you, because I used to live in Salt Lake City. So a lot of people from Salt Lake for the weekend, they go to Las Vegas because it's right there. So I saw a lot of people wearing Salt Lake stuff and not that much Vegas stuff. There was a lot of players' families from the Brahmas. I tried intentionally starting to wave to curse the Vegas team, and the fans loved it because they were having fun.
Yes.
So I was like, it's something. I was like, I was trolling you guys, but okay. And
We'll take it.
Honestly, the weirdest part for me was telling people, like, everyone asked, like, where did you sit? And I was like, behind home plate.
Yeah,
because it's a baseball field.
Yeah, that's weird.
But like, that's the only way I could describe it. I was behind home plate at the Vegas game, which was so weird. It's still weird for me to say it, but yeah, I was behind home plate. But yeah, it was rough. It was a rough area.
I think it was the game they played against. We were playing them in Vegas, and it was like there was like a windstorm. They had like some They had some sort of scaffolding.
Yeah,
thing.
the scaffolding. It was the scaffolding was a joke. Like it was.
Yeah.
I was watching like, oh my gosh, they really just threw this together last minute. I'm like, I'm happy that they have a team, but poor guy. I feel kind of bad for them, the situation they put in.
I agree. It was tough to be. But I will say props to Vegas. They were consistent with their attendance. They hit 6,000 out of the 8,000 capacity that they had pretty dang consistently. Yep. So, people showed up, whether they were there because the tickets were found on the floor of the strip or they bought them. That's to be known. I don't know, but they showed up.
Still, it's that's my main appeal. The XFL. It's like, our season tickets are like $20 a seat. It's like you come out there, you're not going to spend, you don't spend a lot of money and you see really good football and you have a good time. Like that's my main thing to draw friends to the games. I'm like, tickets are $20. Just come on out. I was like, come on out. See what it's all about.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the incredible things is like, I bought 3 season tickets to the Brahmas this year. I'm in the front row of my section, right next to the Miss Brahmasita down there. So you're gonna see us on TV all the time, hopefully.
Yeah, we're like I'm on one end and he's on the other end, like.
Yeah, so we're gonna have this section going wild. Probably people complaining that we're making too much noise. But
that's not a thing in a football game.
Exactly. But one of the things is that I paid less for 3 season tickets at the XFL than I would have for 1 NFL ticket.
Yep.
Especially at way less than for a front row seat at an NFL game. So like the fact that I got 3 season tickets for that price, and then one of our ticket reps even said this, it's like, if you're going to invest in season tickets, it's 5 Saturdays or 5 weekends that you're committing to out of the year. Like, I understand we don't have a schedule yet, but you can't sit there and tell me you know exactly what you're going to do in a random weekend in March of 2024, like today. Like, you can't. But you can make plans to go to an XFL game. But you can't sit there and be like, no, I got my cousin's, third cousin's best friend's wife's birthday party that day. It's like, no, you don't.
It's like, no, you're going to be at the field cheering your team on.
Yeah, come on.
Yep.
So, like, if you haven't bought your season tickets, this is a shameless plug. Go buy your
Yeah,
season
yeah,
tickets.
just go buy tickets. It's you're
Yep.
gonna save a lot of money, and before SeatGeek and Live Nation and all those other ticket sites, jack up the price.
Yep.
But,
So
all right.
that being the case, we did our shameless plug for the tickets. Again, go out, buy your tickets. Don't buy them in section 134 because then you're going to have to deal with two certain loudmouths of the South, right? But that's where all the fun is. So in our stadium, section 134 is the 50-yard line on the visitor side. So, for example, when Coach Barlow came to visit us, we let him know that he was welcome in our own special way. Okay, that's our job as fans, right? Give the visiting team a hard time, and we did we did damage. But that's what this is about, right? Everybody going and having fun in their own way, doing their thing. So go out, buy tickets, like Jorge said, like you said. Make sure that you're getting involved in this. Even just buy one ticket. Come check it out. See what it's all about. See why we're so crazy, so passionate, so involved with all of this stuff. And I'm telling you, you're going to get hooked. Now, that being the case, we are getting towards the top of the hour. And so we're probably going to go ahead and start shutting it down here real soon. But why don't you tell everybody what your social media information is so that people can follow the DC Lemon Guy and all of their adventures. And then we are going to have to, pay some bills and do some of our sponsorship stuff.
Okay. And I do know you have an ASMR for beer.
Oh, yes.
I know I have mine. This is.
Let's hear it.
So, as a giant Baltimore fan, their 98 Rock Morning Show has a Well Hello beer. It's a nice little filter here. Yeah. Great thing. So, here we go.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
I love it.
So good. Okay. So, social media. Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads is DC Lemon Guy. So
you just gonna
there, I'll post pictures of me in this, and usually I also have a pet rabbit, so you'll see a lot of that too. So, but
what's the rabbit?
Fair enough.
The rabbit's name is Nibbler. So if you're a Futurama fan, named after the ambassador to Earth. Yep. So
yes,
DC Lemon Guy and Nibbler. I love it.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. That's
just
awesome.
Just followed you, man.
Awesome. Gotcha. Thank you. Also, just shout out to all my DC people. Captain Obvious, Doug Defender, District Defender, Head of the Beer Snake, Nate from Vermont, and so many others.
Nibbler
Very
says,
cool.
Feed me. Love it.
Nice. All right.
Well, that's my wife. Yep.
Nice. Thank you so much for joining the show tonight. It was so awesome having you and really all of the DC Superfans on. You guys are such a great group. We love interacting with you. We loved having you at the championship game. Hopefully, we can all travel in mass to DC to watch our Brahmas play against your DC Defenders. Have a great time there. But either way, you guys are always welcome in San Antonio. We're looking forward to seeing you guys also.
Great. All the love back to you guys. Thank you so much for having me on and just showing love to me and the rest of the DC fans. Like this is what the XFL is all about,
Yeah.
Friendly fandoms. But when our teams play each other, we'll
that right there.
We'll still have a good time. Unless you're from Arlington, then we will genuinely just start to like you.
Yep. All right, Jackie. Let's go ahead and pay some bills.
All right.
Oh Lord, you always
Lemon
put
Guy.
it on.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Sir. Well, we don't have bills to pay right now because next week we got the week off, so we will be out.
We do.
Out of office.
We do. I didn't know this. Thank you for telling me,
sir. I share a calendar. We have next week off. I will be in the middle of the ocean.
He does.
So I will say though, I'm excited because on Sunday we are going to do a Brahma Day on the. If a lot of you don't know, there's a lot of us Brahma fans that are actually going on the cruise together. There's a total of like 18
Mhm.
altogether. We planned out a Brahma's Day on Sunday, so we're going to be walking the ship, all in our Brahma's gear. So because it's football that day also, so I'm excited for that.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going to be next week. So there, that's the bill.
Now I know. I can go get my 9 inches long then.
There you
All day
go.
long.
As a, I guess, side note, just another friendly reminder. I know we talked about this last week, but October 26th, mark your calendars. That's a Thursday. We will be passing out candy to children at Josabi Acres in Helotes. That will be, I'll be there. We'll all be there. The podcast will be there. Come dressed in your Halloween costume, in your Brahma's gear, however you want to come. But basically, we're going to be handing out candy. We're working with an organization called Kinetic Kids that they are a sports league that is for special needs children, and honored to be a part of that. And so we invite any and all Brahmas fans who want to participate to come and join us at our tailgate, or not a tailgate, at our candy handing out spot. Although I wish it was a
Candy.
tailgate. Clearly I want a tailgate, which I'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, just mark your calendars. October 26th. It's a Thursday. So it's a Thursday before Halloween. And we will be out there in Helotes from 6 to 9 is when we will be doing the candy handout. So make sure you mark your calendars. Don't say, "Oh, I didn't know. I got busy," because we're telling you on Friday, September the 8th. So you have 2
Yes.
months to plan for this.
We'll put up the
Yes.
flyer probably when I get back. I'll get all that situated and
Yeah, I
make
mean,
an
we'll
event.
yeah,
But
we'll
we
deal
plan
with that
to have
later.
a whole thing planned for the kids. You can expect some of your favorite super fans to be there. But yeah, we have the most friendliest non-haunted house that's going to be happening, Brahma
Yes.
style. So we're
Yes.
super excited. But before you get into yours, Jorge, Jay, where are you? You're not SAJ right now. Where are you?
Yes, I am.
Well, we should plug that
I'm
in
just-
also. Tomorrow.
I'm remote. I'm remote right now because my house is full of 4 preteen girls. So I'm hiding. And that's all I'm going to say.
But we should throw the shameless plug in for our
But let's
friends and
do the shameless plug-in. Yes,
they-
you want
if
it?
If you haven't bought tickets yet, you can still buy tickets. Honestly, I bought a ticket just because I want Dirty to get his hair taken off. So even if you can't fly all the way down to St. Louis, it's $10. It benefits Autism Speak. So it's a fan fest. We're all fans of the XFL. They're our friends. So yeah, you
Yes.
guys go out. Even if you can't go and physically support them, buy a $10 ticket and help Autism Speaks and to get his hair chopped off.
I bought 5 this week, and I obviously I'm in San Antonio, so I'm not gonna be there. So
Same here.
How many tickets is it going to be required to get Dirty's head shaved?
I think they said 200. And so as of the last podcast, because Predator Couple, they both separately bought tickets. I think at that point last Friday, they only needed 80 tickets left. So that was last Friday. Who
Okay.
knows what's happened this week? So hopefully they've hit the 200 and are past that. That would be amazing for them.
So
it's all money for a
XFL
good
Nation.
cause.
Oh yeah. XFL Nation, here's your challenge. Let's rise to the occasion. Let's buy these tickets up. Let's show our support for this organization, and let's get Dirty's nasty old head shaved. Okay?
And
I know I'm going to be buying a bunch of tickets too.
Regardless how you may feel about the Battlehawks, this is not about them or anything like that. This is for the kids. This is for Autism Speaks.
Oh,
and it genuinely is for a good cause.
Definitely.
It's not like the Renegades who would try to pocket the money, when you try to send it to them. So
Wow.
This is for a good cause.
Yes, no, this
you
is-
know I had to.
Yeah, but I didn't. I have to be honest, man. I didn't see it coming. So
I'm gonna be throwing jabs all between now and May. I'm gonna be throwing jabs,
bro,
So
bro, you're throwing haymakers, man. Those aren't even jabs anymore. You're trying to knock them out. So
hey,
At
they shouldn't.
this point.
They shouldn't have asked who's the biggest rival because I'm gonna make them our rival. I'm gonna make them hate us because of me.
But it's
You're-
hard to hate Houston and it's hard to hate Orlando. Like it honestly is hard to hate them anyways. So
Yeah,
it
I
only
mean,
leaves one other.
yeah, I mean the thing is that Houston is they're our homies. Orlando, you just feel bad for them. Like, hey, it's just hey, you tried, give it your best shot. Arlington, man, I'm sorry, you guys just suck. Like, we just don't like you. I'm sorry. Like, that's just how it is. And on that side note, what I was mentioning earlier, because obviously tailgate, that was a Freudian slip because I clearly want to tailgate.
Just a little.
I don't know when exactly, but we are co-tenants with another football team in the Alamo Dome. This one of the college variety, UTSA. They have a big game tomorrow versus Texas State. So if you're in San Antonio, make sure if you're going to the game, I will be at the game with my son. Blue out. Let me clarify that. UTSA blew out. None of this Arlington bullshit blue. But anyways, at some point during this season of the UTSA games, I want to tailgate. I want to tailgate, and I want all of my Brahmas fans and all my Brahma familia to be there. So once I figure out a date that's going to happen, I will let y'all know and just come by, have some free beer, free tacos, just like we did, back in during the XFL season. Consider it like a warm up, a practice run for game day in the XFL tailgate style. But more information to come on that later.
We'll post it on the Horns Forward page that way. But yeah, that's what we hope is that we can go out and support our local colleges here, especially since we're starting to get some acquisition from some of our locals. So we should be out there supporting for sure.
Yeah, and it's not limited to UTSA. We're also, I'd also like to do this at UIW, University Incarnate Word. We do have two of their players, I believe. It's two or one or two. I think two, right? No, two. Yeah, two of their players that have been signed. We have the rights as Brahmas to two UIW players. So it's only right that we go and show our thanks by saying, "Hey, here's some free tacos to the UIW fam." And my wife's an alumni, so I kind of have to be nice to them. So,
well, even though Jason had to fall off because he has an old AF phone, it overheated. But he says that we spill the beans. He made it up to St. Louis, so all of our friends there, y'all be expecting the loudmouth to be there tomorrow.
There will be Brahma representation in St. Louis tomorrow.
There already is. I know Brahma Babe's already there. She got picked up earlier. So, yeah, we come out in force to support any of the teams when they got.
There's a reason why the league knows that. What's the team that travels well? The Brahmas, because we do. Even when we're not traveling for official XFL events, we're still going to travel well. So, Brahma Babe, SAJ, thank you guys for representing out there. I don't know who else may have made the trip, but if there are any other Brahmas that are in St. Louis, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you show up and show out and represent Brahma Nation. I wish I could be up there, but if anyone in San Antonio is going to be in the Alamo Dome tomorrow, I'll be out there. Maybe in a sombrero, maybe in a mariachi. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I will be out there with my little boy. It'll be a good time. Go UTSA, birds up, and
also, I think We sent a little something up for the silent auction also from the Hortons Forward podcast. So if you're out there, y'all make sure you participate in the silent auction. You'll see a few things from us out there as well.
Yeah, I hope someone from another team buys it so that they can have something from us.
Yes, I would.
So that
I'll tell you what, it's a limited edition shirt. It was the only run that we did of our Horns Forwards podcast of the first style. So y'all definitely want to get it because that's the last one out there.
Yeah.
Just the crew and one other special Brahma has that shirt. So,
and we want to live rent free in your heads. So that's another reason.
watch it be
So-
like an Arlington person. You probably.
I hope so. I hope so. I honestly, I really hope so, because at the end of the day, if they're like, we're gonna burn this, knowing them,
They
it's like,
better
okay,
not.
we still got your money though, bro. So like,
Yeah,
cool.
good.
But that's the way that they think up in Arlington. You know, they like to burn money. So, anyways, with that last Arlington jab, we'll go ahead and end it here. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Until then, those of you in St. Louis, thank you guys for representing up there. Those of you guys going on the cruise, happy cruising and safe travels. And everyone else in the Brahma Nation here in San Antonio and across the world, we will see you back in 2 weeks. And we'll leave you like I always do. Horns forward, baby.